Hello everyone, today I'm just going to give a quick demonstration of how tame a carpet python can actually be. My friend is somewhat apprehensive towards getting one, but I just wanted to kill some of her fears regarding the species. What I have here now is a BredlixMcDowelli cross that I got in an expo last year. It's an '08 male. There he is. He's just very, very tame. I'm sorry the camera quality is a bit bad, but I do with what I have. I just took him out. I didn't have to use a hook. I just made my presence known, let him smell me, and then just lifted him out. I make a point to never actually grab a snake, as that might set a panic response with them, but just taking your hand underneath them and just lifting them out. As you can see, this guy isn't exactly an aggressive beast. It may look like he's coiling, but that's just a standard carpet position. They're quite easy to read after a while. He's a bit apprehensive, but I haven't handled him awfully much either. It's mostly been when I've been cleaning and stuff. He's just a well-behaved guy. I do have his somewhat opposite. I have a snake I bought at the last expo. It's a '09 female, and I bought it without papers and stuff. She's I think she's an Irian Jaya jungle cross. She can be quite nippy, and she's very territorial and very defensive. But once you get even her out of her enclosure, just hook her out or something, and she's not puppy dog tame, but she's not really striking anymore. Either way, back to this guy. My friend had an issue with the size of carpet pythons, and this guy isn't terribly big. He's actually a bit smaller than a full-grown corn snake at the moment, and he's, as I said, a 2-year-old guy. As you can see, I can even touch him below his head and stuff. He doesn't really care. But they aren't that terribly big. I mean, a standard McDowelli specimen that's 2.5 meters is considered big, and their girth isn't that terrible, and I think they're a lot more manageable than other, what I would call big snakes. And the growth rate isn't terrible. They pretty much start out growing lengthwise. As my little 1-year-old girl, she's 1.50 meters now. That's just above 3 foot, I think. And she's actually somewhat thin. They start growing lengthwise, and then they start putting on girth. And they won't grow that horribly fast after the first 2 years, in my opinion. They're pretty much full grown at 5 years, I'd say. But as you know, all snakes grow until they die, so they always get a little bit bigger. But as you can see, people say carpets are hard to manage sometimes, but I would have to say that's somewhat of a myth. They are very active creatures. Of course, they are nocturnal, but you can quite often find them out during the day, just thermoregulating or doing whatever. But as you can see, they're yet very calm when handled. Let's see if I can manipulate him a bit. There we go. He's trying to explore a bit at the moment. Very inquisitive about what's over by that camera and perhaps perching. You can see they can stretch their body quite a bit. They are mostly arboreal, actually, regardless of what silly Swedish agencies and stuff claim. But this is, as I said, a bread-like cross. That's a Centralian, for those who use the common name or whatever. And he actually prefers to be on the ground. That's a bit that really shines through with his bread-like genes, as well as the head is quite beefy. But that's all I wanted to do, really, just to give my friend a quick look and see that these are really nice and calm snakes. So perhaps I'll see you another time.